Hello. Happy Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for spending some of your evening with me. I appreciate it. I know it's busy, especially with school and with kids, and so I appreciate you guys spending some time here with me. Let me get this on my pages real quick. What is everyone doing tonight? My kids don't seem to want to sleep tonight for some reason. Let me see. Give me just a minute. Unfortunately, when I share this, I have to do them separate. And it's not going very quickly. Hi, Tangi. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Let me just share this one more place real quick, you guys. If I can find it. All right. I think I have that all the places it needs to go. Hi, Holly. You were able to get on here. Hi, Billy Joe. Let me get this hooked up here real quick. How is everybody? I am good. Let me get that out of the screen. I am good as long as I can get my kids to sleep. My 3-year-old is in this habit of wanting to take later naps, so she never wants to go to bed on time, or early for that matter. So I'm going to get started with the Touch Glorious Primer. Hopefully you guys can see the color a little bit better. I noticed that it was really washed out. Good, Tangi, I'm excited. I'm glad I said that right. Oh, thank you, Holly. But hopefully I changed the white balance on my camera a little bit, so I'm hoping that that will make it so the color's not quite so washed out. So those of you that have been on here before, let me know if it seems like the color is a little bit better. But I'm going to go ahead and do the primer. So primer you want to put on after you moisturize, under everything that you do that's makeup related. Under your foundation, under your powder. What primer does is primer will fill in all of those fine lines and all of those pores and give you just a very smooth, satiny, silky feeling as a base for your foundation. Good, well that's at least good. Hi Becky. I'm hoping that the colors of these shadows pick up tonight good. And every time I put my primer on, my face gets really red. So if it looks really red, that's why, because it is really red. All right, so I had the color choices in a couple of different groups, but the Orange Spice one won out barely. And I am excited that you guys picked that color palette and a little terrified if I'm honest with you. These are the colors. Look at how gorgeous those are. So these are much more bold and bright than colors I normally do. But I have to tell you, that's kind of the fun thing with this business, because you get to try stuff. I normally would never have done this. So I'm glad you guys kind of pushed me to my boundaries a little bit and pushed me outside my comfort zone and have me try stuff that I'm not familiar with and not real comfortable with. So I'm excited for that. A little scared of the color still, but I am excited to try them. So now that I've got my primer on, I'm going to go ahead and start with my foundation. Now we have a couple different foundations. We do have powder foundations. We have this liquid foundation. I use the Touch Mineral Liquid Foundation. For me, because I have oily skin, it goes on as a liquid and dries as a matte. So it's perfect for oily skin. It's perfect for combination skin. So I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and use a damp beauty blender and just start dabbing that on. We'll see how long the hair stays in my face. So this foundation is great for covering. As you can see, I've got some acne breakouts from this past week that I really would like to cover up. And this makeup does such a good job of covering that. That's part of what drew me to this company in the first place, is because of their foundation. So you guys can see hopefully a little bit better now that my color on the screen is a little bit better. You can see that coverage even better. But you just dab. Now the Beauty Blender, I did get damp beforehand. You do want to do that because what that will do is it has the product, it lets the product set on top of the sponge instead of soaking into it. So you will use less product when you do it that way, which is always good. But this foundation is so light. Once it dries to that matte finish, and just such a gorgeous, gorgeous feeling on your face. Got a little too much foundation. And you want to do this before your concealer. I have seen plenty of women who will go in and use their concealer first. But for me, I feel like it just gives me better coverage. I can use less product. And it stays on better. You can see before you put your foundation on what you need to cover, but once you have your foundation on, a lot of the work is already done for you. And the foundation is a little bit thinner in consistency than the concealer, so you actually will use less concealer as well. All right, look at that. Woo. And then I'm gonna just blend it down into my neck a little bit. I have a mirror in front of me and I feel like it's very high today. Let me move this down some. Aw, thanks, Billy Joe. I have met a few of your friends today, Billy Joe. I've been talking back and forth with them. All right, so primer and foundation. That is the best start to any makeup regimen that you're gonna do. Now that I have that on, I am going to go ahead and take my concealer. I am using, the foundation that I used was the color Organza. I used Scarlet for the Skin Perfecting Concealer. It's a shade lighter than my foundation. I feel like it just covers my dark spots a little bit better. Gives me a little brighter underneath my eye. Billy Joe. And I'm gonna use a concealer brush. This is just kind of a thicker bristle brush. Put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and you literally need hardly any of this concealer. It goes such a long way and does such a good job of covering. And you're just gonna go ahead and put it underneath. Now you wanna do under your eye, you wanna kind of go into a V shape like this, and then blend it out. That will help you brighten under your eyes. It will help cover any dark circles that you have. If you have a lot of wrinkles that are up under your eye, rather than go up here like this right from the get-go, do it underneath a little bit down here further, and then when you go back and blend, you can kind of blend it up to under your eye. That will help that makeup not get cakey under your eyes. But I'm going to go ahead and do that on both sides here. I absolutely love this concealer because a lot of concealers that I have tried are very pasty, kind of sticky, and this stuff really is not even a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just cover a few more of the darker spots. I have some dark spots, hyperpigmentation up on my forehead here. And then once you're happy with where you've got your concealer, you're going to take your Beauty Blender and just very lightly tap that in and blend that out. But this works wonders. If you have dark bags under your eyes, this stuff works wonders to cover that. And once it warms up to your skin a little bit, blending it in is so much easier too. It just kind of gives you that flawless, beautiful finish. All right. pretty good on that. Now, after you get your primer and your foundation and your concealer, if you choose to use concealer, you certainly don't have to use concealer. Once you get that on, you want to set that makeup. That is what is going to let your makeup stay on all day. That's what's going to keep the extra oil off of your skin. But if you want longevity when it comes to your base face makeup, you want to use setting powder. So I'm going to use our Touch Behold setting powder. This is a translucent setting powder. And this is different than powder foundation. We do have a powder foundation, and the name of it tells you everything. Good, Holly. I know some of those concealers were on back order for quite a while, so I'm glad that people are starting to get them. I think you will absolutely love it. But our powder foundation, it is colored, and people use it as a foundation. So it's going to be heavier in consistency, and it's not meant to set your makeup. It's meant to be a foundation. So if you have any questions between the two, setting powder or foundation, you just don't want the one that has the name foundation because you're going to be putting double foundation on your face. So I am going to use just a fluffy brush, tap it into the top of this, and you don't need a lot. You can tap most of that product right back off and really set it up under your eyes, because that tends to be the place where most people get the most creasing in their makeup. If you have a lot of wrinkles or loose skin underneath, the other way that you can do it is take your beauty blender and get a little bit, and that really will help pack that in there and set that makeup. But that tends to be the biggest problem area that people have with their makeup creasing, their eyelids and under their eyes. So setting powder is the wonder magic of makeup to get your makeup to stay on all day. And then I'm going to take a bigger fluffy brush and just do the rest of my face. Now this, you can do swiping motions if you want. I prefer to kind of just dab it on because I feel like it keeps my makeup staying where I put it in the first place. So that does help. Aw, my honey's on. He's such a good husband. All right. And what this also does is it kind of just blurs everything together. Now, this makeup, when you put it on, at first you're going to feel like it's a little bit powdery. And by a little bit powdery, I mean, you really have to look close to see it. But the cool thing about this foundation and setting powder combination is once it warms up to your skin, it just kind of all melts and just makes it, not slimy melts, but it just makes it look and feel like it is part of your skin. It is not heavy or cakey at all. So now that I have my base face on, you can see I'm pretty washed out now. So I am going to warm it up. Good foundation, like I have said before, good foundation will give you kind of an even tone because it takes all of those different colors that you have in your face and even them all out into one color, which is what you want. But you're going to want to go back in and you're going to want to warm it up with either some blush or bronzer to give you some life back to your face. He is funny. Definitely. I love it when he's on here. This is where he and Katie, my sister, always get into it. So before I start with the blush and with my eyebrows, I am going to put some eye primer on my eyelids. I like to put this on a little bit before I put my eyeshadow on because I like to have it dry. If you are using powder eyeshadow and your eye primer is wet, it is not going to blend nearly as easily. So you want to put eye primer. Eye primer and face primer are two different things. Eye primer is a little tinted and it does a couple of things. One, it evens out the tone on your eyelids as well, but it makes that eyeshadow really stick. It makes it stay and it makes it not crease. And the other very important thing that it does is it will make your eyeshadow colors really look like the colors that they are in the palette. Because a lot of times you have vibrant, beautiful colors in your eyeshadow palette and you put it on and they're so muted and they just kind of wipe off. But this stuff once you put eye primer on and put eyeshadow on, you really have to scrub to get it off with your fingers. Comes off nicely with your cleanser, but it will not just rub off like a lot of stuff does. So I am going to, what do you think? You guys want to see blush and bronzer? You want to see the whole trio, blush, bronzer, and luminizer tonight? I think I definitely need some bronzer with this fall look. Tiffany, he can see you. Hi, Tiffany. How are you? I think he might still be on here. If he's still on here, he can see you. If he's not, I will definitely tell him hi. All right, so I will do all three. That's my personal favorite. I love to do blush, bronzer, and luminizer. It just gives me a nice glow, good color. So I am using our Beachfront bronzer. Now this is the color Hermosa. This is kind of the medium color that we have. And I am putting it just in the hollows of my cheeks, up until about the corner of my eye, and blending it back towards my ear. And then you're also going to put it along your hairline and down under your jaw. So you're going to go in this kind of 3 shape on both sides. You see how that's bringing some color back? Oh, my thing kicked me out. So bronzer is phenomenal, especially in the winter if you live in Michigan like I do, because you get so pasty that it kind of makes you feel like you have tan even though you really don't. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and do some blush as well. I really, really like the color Sweet. This is, and check out the size of these palettes, you guys. I mean, you're definitely gonna get your money's worth. With bad dry skin, Tiffany, I will message you once we're done, because we do have some really good products for dry skin. If you have dry skin, you do not want to use the liquid foundation. Are you talking about for foundation stuff or just products in general? Oh, good, Holly. I took it off auto for the white balance, and I think that helped. So the blush you're going to do right above where you do bronzer, whether you use bronzer or not. You're going to put blush right in the apples of your cheeks and on your cheekbone. And you're going to go kind of a little bit in front. If I do bronzer, I like to put it a little bit in front of my bronzer just so it blends in together. And just give you some pretty color. I like that. All right. Makes me feel not so pasty. So for luminizer, I'm going to give you guys a choice. I can use... Okay, Tiffany, I will message you once I'm off live, and I can give you some suggestions. So luminizer goes right above where you put your blush. This gives you just kind of a real pretty glow. But I have the powder luminizer. This is in the color Iridescent, or I have cream luminizer. So you guys go ahead and let me know which one you would like to see, and I will do this. Holly, I'm telling you, that bronzer, before I started this company and before I did the research on how to apply makeup, I had a couple bronzers, and I did not know what to do with it, because from what I was told is you just kind of wear it all over, and it just made me look orange, and it made me look goofy, and it made me look shiny, so it has sat in the back of my drawer in my bathroom. So I didn't really know what to do with it, and I really, really love it now that I know how to put it on. Tangi said she's frozen. Is anybody else frozen, or is it showing up okay on your end? So I have one powder, one cream on the luminizer. And I'm going to go ahead while you guys are thinking about the luminizer. I'm going to start with my eyebrows. So I'm going to use a spoolie. Not frozen? Good. Tangi, it might just be your internet here. I think everything is okay on my end. Hi, Georgia. All right. So I like to, on and off frozen. Yeah, Holly, and I tell you what, it's awful. It's awful if you put it all over your face because you just look goofy. But that's where you want to put bronzer, and that's pretty much the only place that you want to put bronzer. I will show you, and I don't typically do this for myself. A lot of women, let me see, what brush do I want to use? I will use this brush. A lot of women will take bronzer, and I'm going to take this brush and just kind of squeeze it so it's smaller. But they will take bronzer and put it on both sides of their nose as a little bit of a contouring. I don't normally do this myself because my nose is fairly narrow. But a lot of times they will put that. Now you don't want to put it on the top of your nose, just on the sides. And that shadow of that bronzer will make it look like your nose is a little bit more narrow. But like I said, for me, I don't normally do that. I am planning on getting our sculpting trio, which is for contouring, and I will do a video for you guys once I get that on contouring. That works a little bit better than the bronzer for that. But that is really the only other way that you want to use bronzer if you're going to use it along your nose for contouring, because otherwise it's a little shimmery, so you just look shiny all over. You can use a lot of bronzer then, Holly. But I will show you how to do that when I have that contouring palette, because that's got some highlighting stuff on it as well. It's kind of a cool palette. All right, Miss Katie May, how are you? So we are deciding, Katie, and anybody that's just tapped on, we are deciding whether we want to use the cream luminizer or the powder luminizer. And in the meantime, I'm going to do my eyebrows. So if you guys have not shared this video, if you want to click the button that's down on the bottom and share this video, I would very much appreciate it. I am going to use, of course, my Mood Struck Obsession Brow Palette. This one, for those of you that are new on here, has a couple of different powders. It's got a light and a dark powder. It has these two on the bottom that you can use to highlight up under your brow. And then it has a setting wax. So I am, what did I do with my brow brush? Going to use our Brow Artist brush. And this has two ends to it. It's got an angled end and a flat end. So the angled end is what I'm going to go in and use for the powders. So I'm going to start with that lighter powder on the inside of my eyebrow. So I've got that natural fade from light to dark. Aw, thanks, Mike. You never know how it's going to turn out when I curl my hair. Some days it's good, some days it's really crazy. And ends up back in a ponytail. But then once you get towards your arch, you can go ahead and switch to the darker one. If you're not comfortable or not familiar with doing your brows and you're just starting out, I would recommend using just the light powder until you're used to it, because it looks kind of harsh when you're first starting it, because you're not used to your eyebrows having color in them and you're not used to them being filled in. But this is a phenomenal, phenomenal palette. I absolutely love it. Tangi, I'm not sure what's going on. Are you on your phone? Sometimes if you uninstall the Facebook app and reinstall it, that will help. But I think on my end it's okay. And the powders on this brow palette also work really well if you get your brush damp just a little bit. It kind of picks up those colors and really helps them stick. So we're just gonna fill in, fill in, fill in. And these do come in 3 different colors. They come in blonde, they come in brunette, and they come in a dark brunette black. So we've got a palette for whatever color you guys need. For me, sometimes that changes on the season. Depends on how blonde my hair is at the moment. All right, so I think they are pretty filled in. I'm gonna take that spoolie again and just go back through them and soften them up. And then I am going to take the setting wax here. Good, Katie, I'm glad. Ah, thanks, Beck. Thank you, Katie. No preferences for the luminizer? So this setting wax, you just need to take a little bit of it and go over your brows. This will help set that powder. This will help set your eyebrows. So those ones that get a little crazy and tend to get a little bit unruly will stay where you want them, which is always a good thing. But you don't need a lot, just a little bit of it. All right, so I think because I've seen both the, I see comments but no video. Can you hear us okay, Tangi? Try uninstalling Facebook and popping back on, Tangi. That might help. Uninstall it and then reinstall it. So I will do one on each side so you guys can see the difference. All right, so I am going to take our fan brush, which is this really cool fluffy brush. And with the powder luminizer, when you use it, you just kind of want to go across it like this. It's just fun to do. I like it probably the most because I get to use this brush. But then you're just going to go right above where you do that blush. And this will give you not shiny, but just a little shimmery glow. And hopefully you can see this better now that my color is better. And then no matter what luminizer you use, you're going to do a little bit on your nose and a little bit right above your Cupid's bow right here. Our luminizers do come in a couple different colors. This is white, so this is obviously the lightest one. Then we have some that are like a light golden color and they go on down from there. So if you are tanner in the summer and you don't want to have this nice beautiful tan with your lovely bronzer and blush with white luminizer, you can definitely get one that's a little bit darker. I kind of stay out of the sun in the summer, so I'm always a little pasty. And then for the other cheek, I will do this other one. Hey, Sarah Beth. So with this is our cream luminizer. You're gonna put just a little bit on the back of your hand, like so. And then you're gonna take your blush brush. And when I first did this, I was really worried that it was gonna get it all gunky and gross, but because this dries, it doesn't gunk up your brush. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a little bit of it on there and just dab it. Dab it into your brush like this. And this, in a lot of our collections, this will come in that. And this is that one product that I did not know how to use. So I'm really happy that I figured out how to use it. But once you get it nice and packed in there, and you want to kind of look at it, make sure you don't really see any of it on there, that you don't have any extra clumps, then you're going to just brush it on like you would blush. And it feels a little bit wet going on, but it dries to a really nice powder finish. Here, can you guys see that? They are so pretty. We'll add a little more to the nose. A little more of the Cupid's bow, because why not? You can never have enough shine. But very pretty. So that is how you use the powder versus the cream luminizer. All right, so now we are on to the eyes. A little nervous about these colors, you guys, but I think it's gonna be gorgeous. So the one that was not picked is this one. I want to show you these colors because you can actually see them, I think. I think the colors are better on my screen. These are the purples. These are gorgeous. So it was pretty close. So I will do these colors for you guys next week because I do love that palette. That palette is absolutely gorgeous. But this is the one we are going to use today. So these two colors are a matte finish and these two colors are a metallic finish. So it's going to be kind of a really fun fall look. So what I am going to do, I am going to start, I can't wait to see it either, Kate. I have not used these colors at all. I just got these in the mail yesterday and put them in this palette. So I did a couple of little color swatches on the back of my hand and that is it. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with this orange color. It's kind of a brown orange. It's called Gingerly. For those of you that have not seen these yet, these are our new pressed shadow palettes. They are customizable, which is awesome because you can pick whatever colors you want. These little discs pop in and out. There's little holes in the back that you can poke them in and out, and they are magnetic. So they stay in, you can switch them out, you can do whatever you want with them. And then they also come with little, I haven't put my stickers on yet, but they come with little stickers for the colors. So if you want to put them on the back, if you want to put them inside the lid here, you can put them on. Or if you plan on changing them out quite a bit, you don't have to put the stickers on at all. The colors are on the back of the palettes too, or the back of the discs. So you can order them in a quad palette. You can also order them as a single compact. And the other cool thing that I absolutely love about these is you can order refills. So I don't know about you guys, but when I get palettes, there's a lot of times there's one or two that I don't use. There's some that I absolutely love, and you're stuck with that choice of either I throw the whole thing out and get a new one, or I'm forced to use the other ones before I get the one that I really want. So you can order just a single refill on whatever color that you want. It's really cool for traveling, Katie. So, one with a dark turquoise. Oh, Holly, wait till you see that turquoise in person. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not sure what colors I'm going to put with that. I'm thinking maybe some grays. I will have to do that soon for you guys too. Oh, honey, I love ya. You're buying a new truck anyway. All right, so I am going to go in with this deluxe brush. It's just a fluffy little brush. And I'm going to go in with this color that's called Gingerly. And I think what I am going to do, make sure my eyeshadow or my primer is all nice and set. I think I am going to start with this just in the crease. Because what I would like to do with this is I would like to do that burgundy color. And I really want the burgundy to show up. Yes, listen to Billy Joe. All you people that are on here from her party. But what, normally when I do my eyeshadow, this I'm going to use as my transition color because I want to go in and I want to use this darker color on my eyelid. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to put that over this color too much because I think it will turn it brown instead of burgundy. So I'm going to focus this mostly just right in the crease here. And then when I blend it, we're going to blend it up. Because you still need, I am telling you, okay, primer makes such a difference. All the difference in the world in your eyeshadow. If you have ever tried eyeshadow without primer and you've tried it with primer, you will never go back to not having primer. It makes such a difference in how your makeup looks, how it stays on. I mean, look how vibrant this color. It is the exact same color as what's in the palette. That's what primer does. And it will make your makeup stay on so much better. All right, so I'm going to do this just right here in my crease. But I want to use this as a transition color because that red is so dark that you need something between that and your eyelid up above here. So we're going to blend this out and then put that red in. All right, and I'm going over quite far. Normally I don't go over all the way, but with this look, I think I'm going to. Yeah, you definitely don't have to use as much product, Katie. And these are very pigmented, so a little bit of it goes a long way. I'll go a little bit higher. What do you guys think of this color? It's a great fall color, man. Whew. It's a beautiful orange. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush. This is our blending brush, and let me just show you the difference here. It's a lot smaller than that one that I just used. And we're going to use that to blend. So I am going to go just right at the top of where I put this color and blend it up towards my eyebrow. And that will really soften the color. and it will just kind of blend it naturally up into my skin tone up at the top. So eyeshadow, when you put eyeshadow on, there is always that scary point. There's always that like, oh, that needs some work. But that's what blending is for. So it doesn't matter if you have been doing makeup for 15 minutes or for 15 years. There's always that scary point. So when you guys get your makeup and you start putting it on and you feel like you're doing it wrong, just blend it, because that really does make all the difference in the world. If your colors are a little too dark, blend it, because you can see this has lightened this orange up quite a bit. Just blend. I think that is the biggest mistake that women make when they are doing eyeshadow. I think the biggest mistake that they make is they don't blend it enough. All right. So with that initial blend, I'm going to get started with the burgundy. And practice on a day. I cannot tell you, Holly, how much I practiced before I ever did a live. Because for those of you that are new on here and have not talked to me or heard me talk about this company, I knew nothing about makeup before I started this company at all. Like nothing. I had my eyeshadows from Target and from Meijer, and I just put them where I thought they should go. I kind of looked at the little picture they have on the back, which really doesn't tell you much. And I just kind of figured that it's good enough. So anybody can do this. It just takes practice. And yes, you practice. And Holly, it's just like with the red lipstick. When you're not quite comfortable with bold lipstick yet, you wear it on a day you're not going out of the house. And then you just feel glamorous and your kids come home and say, hey, where'd you go today? All right, so with this burgundy color is called Fervent. It is a matte color as well. I'm going to use our crease brush. And again, let me show you the difference of the 3 brushes that I used. So this is the deluxe brush right here. This is the blending brush, and this is the crease brush. So see how much smaller, let me get that one out. See how much smaller this brush is. When you are doing a dark color, it is very, very important to use a smaller brush, because you want to be very precise where you place that color, or you will end up with it all over. If I used either one of those other 2 brushes to do this color, it would end up all over my eye. So I'm going to get just a little bit of that burgundy color, and I'm going to put it right in the crease. And I'm going to do it just right in this outer edge of my eye. Do you see how pigmented this is? Oh, that is a gorgeous color. Oh my goodness. Absolutely gorgeous. So do you see how I'm doing it kind of in a V shape right there? And any dark colors that you do, you want your darkest colors to be farthest outside. Unless you're doing, like last week I did that halo look where you had dark on the outside and dark on the inside. But for the majority of your eyeshadow looks, you want the darkest color to be on the inside or on the outside. And you want to do some type of transition color so it looks like it's blending naturally from light to dark. All right. I'm a little afraid to take this red much farther. But boy, I tell you what, it is beautiful. I have not, Elizabeth. That's a great idea. I need to do that, and I need to do a how to wash your brushes too. What brush is used for what and how to wash them. Because believe it or not, ladies, you should be washing your makeup brushes. Ooh-wee. That is pretty. And again, I realize this is still kind of at that scary eyeshadow stage. We will definitely be blending this. So on this side, we're going to do it a little bit in the V too. Now, I definitely feel like if you have good brushes that you love, don't go spend money on more brushes. Because brushes are one of those things that you are definitely going to get what you pay for. If you buy a cheap brush, you are going to have a cheaper brush. If you buy more expensive brushes, chances are they're going to be better, they're going to last longer. But no matter what type of brush you use, if you take care of your brushes, they will last and they will work. So I don't feel like it's necessary to go out and blow a ton of money on brushes. There are some, like this one, if you don't have a small brush like this, I would invest in one for eyeshadow because it does make a big difference. Like I said, you can see how precisely I'm able to place this color. And I think I went over a little bit further on this one. We'll have to change the other side up. But I'm not going to tell you that you need to go out and buy all new brushes. Because if you have good brushes that you love, they are just as good as any other brush. It all just depends on how much you like them. Dare I ask everybody when the last time is they washed their brushes? Or is that a loaded question that we shouldn't even like attempt that question? All right, so this is gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to take that fluffy brush again and clean it off so there's nothing on it, and I am going to blend right above this. So it's blending up. Good job though, Holly. Well, I tell you what, Becky, if you need new brushes, we definitely have phenomenal brushes. These are, I used to get all of my brushes just from like Meijer or Target, and they're fine. I still use some of them. One of the lip brushes that I'm going to use tonight, I still use it. Eyeshadow brushes though, and beauty blender, those are two things that have made such a difference in my makeup and the application of makeup. Elizabeth, I use baby soap, Johnson & Johnson yellow baby soap, to clean all of my brushes in my beauty blender. Now, the suggestion is you want to do it once a week. Seriously, who has time to do that? But you do for sure want to do them every couple of weeks at least. And the one good beauty hack that I do have for you, if you don't have time to wash your brushes on a regular basis, one thing that you can do is spray them with rubbing alcohol. Get a little spray bottle and spray them every once in a while. That cleans them off. That kills all the bacteria and stuff that are in them. And it will make them, it doesn't clean them, but it at least cleans the bacteria off of them, which is pretty important. But if you wash your brushes on a regular basis, your makeup application will be so much nicer. All right, you guys see how that blended out? And I'm going to go back in and add some more orange because like I said, I really wanted this red to pop. Hey, at least you washed them. I don't think it really matters what you use to wash them as long as you are washing them. You guys like that red? Ooh. The darker colors that you use definitely need to be blended a little bit more. And you want to make sure you keep cleaning that brush off, because part of what happens too when people blend and they don't clean their brush off is you have other colors on it. So your colors are going to spread up and it's not going to be the right color that you want. So I think I am going to take this red brush, or this brush, and get a little bit more of that red on here and blend, because I think I would like it to go over just a little bit more and get rid of that harsh V, because it's such a dark color. Sometimes that V shape is hard to get rid of. I know, Katie, right? That's what I said. I never would have picked these colors for myself. Before I started this business, I got them so I would be able to show them to you guys, and I'm so happy I did, because I never would have picked these colors, and I never would have put these two colors together, but they both kind of looked fall, and I thought, why not? And Katie, we're going to do some metallic color here in a minute, which you will love. All right. That is gorgeous in person. I really hope you guys can see these colors better today because holy cow. All right, I am going to take that deluxe brush again and take a little bit more of that orange because like I said, I didn't want to put the orange underneath the red because I didn't want it to turn brown. Because you can kind of see even up in the crease, see how it's darker there? That whole red color would have turned dark brown if I did the orange underneath the whole lid. But I want to do just a little bit of this orange on the edge to transition into my lighter color. And then we'll blend this up a little bit too. Oh, it is so pretty. I never would have thought of these colors. You guys are pretty awesome for picking it. All right. Woo-wee. Definitely perfect fall colors. If you like fall and you like autumn, they look like leaves, the color of leaves. So I think I am going to use this lighter one here. You guys all know I like my shimmer on the inside of my eye. And I think this one would be a little bit too dark. Let me put that on my finger and show you. See that orange? Oh, it's so pretty. But I think I'm going to do this lighter one. I think it'll, because this is such a dark look already, I think that lighter one, hi Barb, I think that lighter one will make it pop just a little bit more. So I am going to take the sponge brush and get that red off it. The sponge brush here. And just kind of dab it in this metallic-y one. Can you guys see the shimmer on this? Hold on. This is like crazy shimmer. I don't know if I can get it to focus. Maybe not. But it is gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to put this on the inner corner of my eye and over towards the middle, just on the lid. Holy smokes, this is pretty. Do you guys see that shimmer? So this look, because it is dark, once you add a shimmer, even if it's a darker shimmer, normally I will do a lighter shimmer on the inner corner of my eye, but it will kind of, Barb from North Carolina, how are you? The shimmer, even if it's a darker shimmer, will kind of brighten that look because you can tell a difference between the two, that this one, it just pops a little bit more. It makes my eyes look a little more bright. Even though this is a little bit of a darker shimmer. This is like pumpkin orange. Well, a little darker. It's like this gold orange color. It is gorgeous. This one is called, I don't think I told you, called Fanatical. Katie, you need all of the metallics. Every time I use any of these metallics, I think of you. They are right up your alley, and there are so many pretty ones. So with this customizable palette, there are 25 different shades. They come in matte finish, they come in shimmer, they come in metallic, and they come in satin. They don't, not every color comes in all of those, but those are the 4 finishes of the shadows. So when you mix them up and looks like this, it looks pretty darn cool. Yes, you guys need to come over to my house. We need to have a play makeup date. What do you guys think of that? Yay, nay, love it, hate it? It's definitely different color scheme for me, but I do kind of like it. It is really pretty. So then I'm going to take that deluxe brush and just kind of, whenever I do a shimmer on my eyelid, I like to go up in the crease a little bit just to make sure that it's not all over my eyelid. Because sometimes you can get some buildup right on the inner. Wine and shine. Yes. Thanks, Beck. These are, I am not a pumpkin spice kind of person. I have never had anything pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin pie, but I'm not like the pumpkin spice latte person. But boy, I tell you what, I feel like I need one with this eyeshadow. Whew, it is gorgeous. So what do you guys think? Do you think I should do a little bit more red? Do you think it looks good how it is? I think I am going to take Everything's better with wine, Dennis. That's what I should have you bring me now that the kids are quiet. So I'm going to take that sponge brush and I'm going to do just a little bit here on the inside as well. Right, Katie? Everything is better with wine. Not sure if I'm going to love the orange on the inside of the eye or not. So we're going to try it and see. And then go a little bit. Normally I do a lighter, like almost a white color. But I kind of think it ties this whole look in. A little bit here. All right. So I think we're going to do some black eyeliner on top. So I am going to use, this is the color Perfect. All of our liners are smudge proof, and they truly are smudge proof. Becky, I know your mom was asking about that, and they are so awesome. So I'm going to do black just on my top. And this is a pretty dark, smoky look. Do you guys think we should do black on the bottom as well? I think I'm going to go back and do a little bit of the orange, the initial orange that I used on the bottom, but do you think I should smudge some black in there as well, or do you think I should just do orange on the bottom? Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. That kind of takes a little bit of that orange away and kind of just makes it pretty. All right, do black. All right, I'm gonna start back with that gingerly color, and I'm gonna use that same crease brush that I started, or that I did the red with. Make sure I get all of that red off of there. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that gingerly and go underneath. This is one of my hacks that I do. Instead of doing eyeliner underneath, if I want a softer look, I will do eyeshadow. And you can do any color eyeshadow. Usually I will use like the medium color, sometimes the darker color, like the red. I feel like if I did red with this look, it would make me look like I had red eyes and I was sick. I don't think red underneath would be a good look. But it kind of ties everything in. That is very orange. All right. So then I am going to take the black and line my bottom. I'm not going to go in my waterline. This would be a great place for you to go in your waterline if you have big eyes. I do not, and it makes my eyes just go whoosh. So I'm going to do it underneath. And because this is so smudge proof, I am going to, before it dries, take that crease brush again and just kind of smudge it out just a little bit. What do you guys think of that? I definitely like it better than this side. I think with just the orange, it's too orange. Oh, that's pretty. And smudge that out a little bit. What do you think? Do you think that's too orange, you guys? I'm wondering if I should do a little bit lighter on the inside. If that would make it look a little bit better. Do you think I should change this right here so it's not quite so orange? Or do you like the orange? All right, and then you like it? I'm going to use Pristine, which is our white eyeliner, and go in my waterline. Just to open my eyes back up a little bit, especially with that black eyeliner. This will open it up. You can even go up a little bit higher into the corner. Ooh, definitely fall. Definitely. All right, so I am going to, I think, highlight up under my brows that powder luminizer that I use, the white. I'm gonna take that deluxe brush, make sure it's real clean, and then just put a little bit of that luminizer up under my eyebrows, because that will open my eyes up even a little bit more and make those colors really stand out. Now you can highlight with anything. You can highlight with luminizer, you can highlight with that brow palette, with those highlighting things that are in there. You can highlight with shimmer, you can highlight with matte. I personally, most of the time, highlight with a matte color, with a matte white, just because I like the matte up above and the shimmer on my eyelid. But do you see how that just kind of, this would be a good one to do kind of an off-white color too, just because these are orange and a little bit darker. But, ooh, I like it. Definitely a different look for me, you guys, for sure. All right, so for lips, what do you guys want to do? I definitely think we should do kind of a nude color. But do you want me to do an eyeliner or a lip liner all over color? Do you want to see that? Do you want to see some of the liquid lipstick? I'm bummed. I ordered some of the Kudos this month, and I tell you what, if you guys like metallic stuff and you like metallic lipstick, our September Kudos, thanks Tangie. Yes, Barb, I love the white on the waterline. That makes such a difference. And one hack that you can do as well with the waterline is you can take, let's see if I have it, an angled brush, a liner brush, and do just a matte white or whatever color is in your waterline, and put that right on top of it. That will help keep that stay in place longer and set that in your waterline. So that's a great, great hack to remember. But what we can do, I can show you a little bit of both of those if you would like. So let me know what you want to see on lipstick. I'm thinking nude, but with the September Kudos, so they have metallic lipstick, which would look phenomenal with this look, but I don't have them yet. So if you guys are interested in the Kudos, let me know and I can let you know what the deal is on that. But it comes with all new products that we have. It comes with a blush, it comes with a liquid eyeliner, and it also comes with a metallic lipstick. They're all limited time. So if that's something that you want, let me know and I will hook you up with it. So I think the eyes for the most part look good. Do you guys think I need to add anything with it? Such a different look. I kind of like it though. I am going to go in and use our Epic Mascara. So Tangie, if you are still on, if you are still here, this is our Epic Mascara. So I've been talking to Tangie about the Esteem Lash Serum and the mascara. Yes, mascara for sure. We're going to do the mascara. The Esteem Serum is something that you put on your eyelashes. You put it on once or twice a day, depends on your preference completely. I personally like to put it on at night before I go to bed. The serum will help your lashes grow longer and it will help them be thicker. And how it works is it targets your eyelashes that have not started to grow yet. So it's going to take a couple of weeks before you see any results. Usually anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks because your lashes are kind of on a 4-week cycle. The mascara, though, alone will still make your eyelashes look long. It will still make them look fuller. So you don't have to use both in combination. The mascara will do a great job on its own. But Tangi, for the serum, if you want your natural lashes to be longer or to look longer, to look fuller without mascara, that is what the Esteem is for. And then once you use the mascara on top of that, or in addition to that, your lashes will look even longer because your natural lashes are longer. So I hope that makes a little bit more sense. But I'm going to use the Epic. So the Epic is One Step. It is by far my favorite mascara. We do have the 3D Fiber Mascara as well, which is a phenomenal product. That one just takes a little more work. There's a couple of steps to it. So if you are busy like I am, if you have kids, if you have a job, if you have a life, if you're not wanting to spend much time on your mascara, this Epic One Step Mascara is phenomenal. It is completely one step. You don't have to curl your eyelashes at all. So, Tangi, I want you to look at my eyelashes, how they are now. You can see them, they're not super long and they're not very thick. So, with this mascara, it comes on just a regular mascara wand, but it's pretty big. And the bristles on here do such a good job of separating your lashes. And there is a wax in this mascara that will curl your lashes for you. And it is black in color. We only have the one color. And it is buildable, which means you can put many, many coats of this on, and it is not going to get clumpy. So can you see a difference, Tangi? And this is with just one coat. So it's already given me length, it's already given me volume, and as it dries, it's curling my eyelashes. So I will do the one side completely so you're able to see the difference between the two. I got a little mascara on the bottom. That's how long it makes them. I close my eyes and it gets it on the bottom. Then I'm going to do the bottom. Typically when I do the white in my waterline, I do it after I put mascara on, so I don't get mascara in it. And I'm going to do another coat of this. And this just really builds them out and separates them. By far the best mascara I have ever used. And that includes the 3D Fiber Mascara. I like the 3D Fiber Mascara, but I love the Epic Mascara. If you have implants, I don't believe so, Beth or Barb. I don't think it will bother them. I can message you after and talk to you about the ingredients and what type of implants and stuff, but I don't think so. I wear this. I have contacts in right now, and I wear this all the time with my contacts, and it does not bother them at all. So I don't think it will do anything or harm anything. Most of the ingredients in our products are natural ingredients. They don't use a lot of the chemicals. They are approved by the UK standards as well, which they're pretty strict on what they allow in their cosmetics. So they're pretty safe. Or do you wear any mascara at all, Barb? Yeah, Tangi, do you see that difference? So that's what I'm saying. It won't make them grow. The mascara won't, but it will definitely make your eyelashes a lot longer and a lot fuller. And it's so easy to use because you don't have to go back and separate or pull the clumps out of it like a lot of mascaras you do. And it really does last a long time. I have had this one for 2 months now. And I'm pretty particular about my mascara too. Once it gets to that clumpy phase, I can't stand to use it anymore. Oh, thanks, Tangi. Barb, I can also ask our corporate offices about that. Just to double check for you. But no, I don't think it will bother your implants. Woo-wee. Love the mascara. That's one of those things that I feel like really finishes a look is mascara. And see, I can just keep putting coat and coat and coat after coat of stuff on. It's just fun. I love it. What do you guys think? Woo, woo, woo. Love it. It is gorgeous. All right. So for lipstick, I am thinking I am going to do, oh, and I wanted to show you this. So these are our liners. They do not come off until you are ready for them to come off. So that is our lip liners. That is our eyeliners. They are very smudge proof and phenomenal. I should ask my husband about the lipstick, what he thinks. I would be very curious to see what his response to that was. So sweetheart, if you're still on, what do you think for lipstick? I think what I am going to do, because I want to show you something, a trick that I learned with a liquid lipstick. So I think I'm going to use Pouty. This is our lip liner. You do not have to use lip liner with the liquid lipstick, but for me, I feel like when I put the liquid lipstick on, I still have the line underneath that I have a real, I love you, you're so awesome. I feel like you still have kind of a line down here on my lips that you can see. So I like to use a lip liner. And this is a nude. It's a warm nude color. And it's gorgeous. Right, Katie? He's such a sweetheart. I got lucky with that one, that's for sure. Puts up with all my crap. And still loves me for it. But this lip liner, a lot of times I will use this as an all over color because it's just a very gorgeous neutral color. I wish I had those metallics for this though. That would be icing on the cake to this look. And then I am going to use the color Sublime on our liquid lipstick. So one thing that I have heard a lot of people talk about, and one thing that I myself have experienced. So it comes on a wand, and a lot of product comes out on the wand with it. Now when you use this, you want to scrape all of it off as much as you can, because the key to these, they are very long lasting. They will last all day, but you want a very thin coat of it on. However, I still struggle with this applicator. So I am going to use a lip brush, and this is just one that I got from Meijer. And I'm going to put it on the brush first, and then put it on my lips. Because I think you can be much more precise with a lip brush than the applicator. Because I do really well, except around the corners of my mouth. I have a hard time getting it so it doesn't go over the edge. But look at that color. It's very pretty. I like this color a lot. If you do not exfoliate your lips, you will want to exfoliate them, or make sure you use chapstick, because these dry, these are matte. The metallic one, the liquid lipsticks that we have, the metallic ones are not matte as much because of the metallic that's in them, but they do dry, and that's what keeps them on. It doesn't make your lips feel bad dry, but if they are already dry, then it will kind of stick to those dry spots. All right. So I think I am going to do something a little bit different. Do you guys like this color? And I am going to show you how you can get a little bit of a metallic lip when you don't have metallic lipstick. Because this is so orange, and this is a little bit more of a nude color, what I am going to do is I am going to take that eyeshadow. I don't know if this will work, but we're going to try it. And I'm going to take that shimmer one that we were using, that metallic, the Fanatical, and just get a little bit on my finger and tap it right into that lipstick before it dries. Can you guys see that? Oh, that is pretty. And that is also another way that you can get your lipstick to match a little bit better. What do you guys think of that? And that's pretty dry. I mean, that doesn't come off. So, woo-wee. All right, what do you guys think? I think that is about it. Is there anything else you guys think I should do? Anything else you want to see? Yes, I just saw that. I don't even remember where I saw it, but I saw it online and I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So if you do it with the liquid lipstick, you're going to want to have it just a little bit wet so that sticks on there. But it is pretty orange in person. I mean, it's close to the eyeshadow look. And you can do that with any shimmer or any metallic one that you have. So anyway, I think that is about it. Unless you guys have anything else that you want me to do, anything else that you want to see. But I think that is about it. So thank you guys for pushing me outside of my comfort zone with this look. I appreciate it. I think that this is definitely something that, like you said, I would not have done, but I think it turned out pretty well. So for everybody that voted for this other palette, this purple one, I will do this one next week. These are gorgeous colors. I am very excited to do that one as well. So thank you guys for watching. If you have not shared this video already, go ahead and share it. And even if you were not on here live, if you would still share this, I would appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. And the two that I told you that I would message you, I will message you as soon as I get off live here, and we will get stuff worked out for you. So thank you guys for spending the evening with me. With busy as life is, I appreciate it. It's a huge compliment to me for you guys to sit here and watch me. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a good week. I will see you guys later.